So we'll do moving average now, and moving average is especially useful when you want to do a forecast and you want to show the actual fluctuations with respect to some average value. Okay. So let's do a monthly time series. So this is got to be for a time series. So a time series would mean that you change the date to a continuous time. Okay, so it's got to be a green pill, right? And then you bring in sales in here. Okay. So we have the sales as the time series. Okay. Now you want to show a moving average of sales, so you have to have a second pill for sales. So you do control, click and drag and drop. So you get now two identical time series. Okay, now the second one, right? We change that to quick table computation. Well, quick table computation will automatically select a particular time span for you. I think 2 is the default. Okay. But if you want to control the number of time period you want to average, then you need to really do add table calculations. So let's see both. So if you select quick table computation calculation moving average, okay, so it automatically sets up the moving average to be 2 previous months. So here, so if you go and edit table calculation, so it will tell you what the calculation type is, okay, and then we have average of 2 periods. So and then it has to be table across, because you're now there's only one panel in the table, one pane in the table, and that goes across. Okay. Now if you select cell, of course you're going to get exactly the same thing as the actual, so we don't want that. Okay, so table across, and here is where we can select what kind of average we want. Okay, we want previous values, so how many previous values you want? Okay, 3, 4, that you can select the number you want. Okay, or it can be, instead of previous, you can select next values, or you can say 3 previous values and 3 next values. So 6 values are now averaged. Okay. Now for forecasting purposes, you're going to be using previous values. So let's do previous. Okay. Then, so this is your moving average, that's your actual value, and usually when you plot moving averages for a given measure, you would plot them in the same chart. So if you change this to dual axis, okay, so now the 2 axes are not synchronized for scale, so then you can go and synchronize the axis. Okay, so then you have the actual value in orange, and blue is your moving average. Okay. So let's look at, go back to edit table calculations. Okay. So you have other options for moving calculation. So you can have moving average is your default. That's what normally people will be using, but Tableau offers you three other options: moving sum or moving minimum. So which means the scope is given by these two values, how many previous and how many next values to consider, and then what kind of computation you want to make, average, sum, min, or max.